I welcome you to today's video class. Good afternoon children, I welcome you all to today's video class. What you are going to learn in today's video class, phrases and its kinds. You know that what is phrase? A phrase is a group of words. Phrase is a group of words which makes some sense but not complete sense. So phrase is a group of words which makes some sense but not completed sense. That is called a phrase. In the phrase there is no finite verb. There is no subject. So a phrase has no finite verb. A phrase has no subject. It gives you some sense. It makes some sense but not completed sense. For example, what is phrase? If you are asked, you have to say phrase is a group of words which makes some sense but not completed sense. A phrase has no finite verb. A phrase has no subject also. Yes, a girl is a phrase. A girl. Then I can give more examples for this. Lovely garden. Lovely garden. It's an example for phrase. Lovely garden is a phrase. In the morning. In the evening. In the morning, in the evening. They are all the good examples for phrases. And sometimes see, to help her. This is also phrase. To help her. He comes to help her. I wanted to help her. To help her is an infinitive. And it is followed by V1 verb. It is not a finite verb, it is an infinitive. Therefore, this group of words, that is to help her, can be the phrase. To buy fruit. He has gone, see. To buy fruit. He has gone to buy fruit. It is also a phrase. Okay. Seeing the dog, the boy ran away. Seeing the dog. Seeing the dog, the boy ran away. It's a phrase. Okay, so look at children. Phrase is a group of words which makes some sense but not completed sense. A phrase has no finite verb. A phrase has no subject. So a girl, lovely garden, in the morning, in the evening, to help her, to buy fruit, and seeing the dog, they are all examples for phrases. Okay, fine. Next, you know that what are all the types of verbs? What are the types of phrases? Phrases are of many kinds. But in your text, they have included only 3 types for your syllabus. Let me teach those things. First, noun phrase, then adjective phrase, then adverb phrase. What is noun phrase? What are its functions? What is adjective phrase? What are its functions in a sentence? What is an adverb phrase? What are its functions in a sentence? Everything I will explain with good example, children. Just to pay your good attention towards the same. Yes, very fine. Now, what is noun phrase? So generally, kinds of phrases are, see, phrases, its kinds. See, noun phrase, then adjective phrase, then adverb phrase. Okay, so you should know the structure and the function of each phrase in a sentence. These phrases are parts of a sentence. That's very important. Parts of a class. They are parts of a sentence. They are used in a sentence to complete the sense. They are used in a sentence to complete the sense. Okay, fine. What's noun phrase? So, phrases are many in types or kinds. But for the sake of understanding, only we are going to see these 3 types only in our video class, in today's video class. That is noun phrase, adjective phrase and the adverb phrase. Okay, to begin with, what is noun phrase? Noun phrase is nothing but a group of words that does the function of a noun in a sentence. You know that what is noun? Noun is a naming word. A word that names a person, place or things or an idea is called a noun. If a phrase does this function in a sentence, then that phrase is called a noun phrase. Could you follow me, children? You should listen to me very carefully. See what's noun. Let me write the definition. What is noun? Noun, a word that names, a word that names a person, a word that names a person, place, things. A word that names a person, place and things, or sometimes an idea also, is called a noun. So this is what is the meaning for noun. What's noun? Noun is a word that names a person, place, things and an idea. If a phrase does the same function, then it is called a noun phrase, simply. So a noun phrase consists of a noun and all other modifiers. It does the function of a noun in a sentence. So noun phrase is a kind of a phrase. It is made up of noun and other its modifiers. It functions like a noun in a sentence. That is called a noun phrase. Okay, fine. Then what is noun phrase? A noun phrase is a phrase that does a function of a noun in a sentence. Don't forget the definition, children. You should know what is it. Okay, noun phrase. Better I can use the abbreviation NP, noun phrase. What do you mean by noun phrase? Yeah, a phrase that does the function, a phrase that does the function of a noun is called a noun phrase. Okay. If a phrase does the function of a noun in a sentence, then it is called a noun phrase. Yeah, in the noun phrase is a group of words. In that group, noun is the head word. It may be used with the other words, that is determiners, modifiers, quantifiers, numbers. A noun phrase may be consisting of all these words. But a noun is the head word. Don't forget, children, noun is the head word. So let me give you good examples for noun phrase. So better you can say noun phrase. Noun phrase is equal to noun plus modifiers. Noun plus modifiers. So noun phrase is a noun plus modifiers. A noun phrase may be the subject of a sentence. A noun phrase may be the object of a sentence. A noun phrase may be the complement of a sentence, complement of the verb. Okay, see. So, a noun phrase can be subject of a sentence. A noun phrase can be used as a subject. How a noun can be used as a subject, in the same way, a noun phrase also can be used as a subject of a sentence. Okay, fine. A noun phrase can be used as an object of a sentence. What's the function of a noun in a sentence? A noun can be the subject, a noun can be the object of a verb. In the same way, a noun phrase can also be the subject of a sentence. It can also be the object of a sentence. And it can also be the complement of a sentence, complement of a verb. So, a noun phrase can be the subject, a noun phrase can be the object, a noun phrase can be the complement of a sentence. It may be, as I told you already, it is used with other modifiers, determiners, adjectives, quantifiers and other numbers. Some of the modifiers may be pre-modifiers, some of the modifiers are the post-modifiers. Okay, see how it is used as a subject. For example, a noun phrase can be used as a subject of a sentence, a noun phrase can be used as an object of a sentence, a noun phrase can be used as a complement. First, let me give you an example for the subject. How a noun phrase can be used as a subject of a sentence. I will give you some examples for that. See the subject. The old house is for sale. That old house is for sale. Here that old house is a noun phrase. Okay. Here house is a noun. Old is an adjective. And that is a determiner. Okay. That is a determiner. Demonstrative, this, that, these, those. Demonstrative, adjective. That old house. Okay, fine. So, this noun phrase is consisting of a noun as a head word, and then it has used pre-modifiers, that is the old an adjective and that as a determiner. And here the entire group, that is the noun phrase, the old house is a subject of a sentence. So a noun phrase can be the subject of a sentence. And one more example I would like to give. The rising sun looks beautiful. See, the old house is for sale. Next, the rising sun looks beautiful. The rising sun looks beautiful. Here the rising sun, this is a noun phrase. Okay, this is a noun phrase. Sun is a head word. It's a noun. And then rising is a participle, present participle. The is a determiner, that is the definite article. So the rising sun is a group of words. Here this group is called a noun phrase. In this noun phrase we have noun as the head word, that is the sun. We used pre-modifiers, that is the rising, present participle, the determiner, that is an article. So the rising sun and the total group is called a noun phrase. This noun phrase here is used as a subject of a sentence. So the rising sun looks beautiful. So from these examples, what can you understand? A noun phrase can be used as a subject of a sentence. Okay children, one more example. Let me just say that example. Hindu and her friends visited Taj Mahal. Hindu and her friends. Well, let me write that also. Hindu and her friends. Hindu and her friends visited Taj Mahal. Here, Hindu and her friends, noun phrase, and Hindu is a proper noun, and her friends, her is a possessive adjective, friends noun. So this here we have used post modifiers. The total group Hindu and her friends constitute as a noun phrase. Here this noun phrase is used as a subject of a sentence. Hindu and her friends visited Taj Mahal. Okay, next let me give you some examples for object. How a noun phrase can be used as an object. See, a noun phrase can be used as an object. What do you mean by object, or what is an object? Object is a word that gives you answer for the question what and whom. Or simply you can say object is a receiver of the action. Subject is a doer of the action. Object is a receiver of the action. Or object is the one which is affected by the action of the subject. That's called an object. Here a total noun can be used as an object. In the same way, if a phrase does the function of an object, then it is called a noun phrase. See, he wants a big ball. He wants a big ball. Here a big ball is a noun phrase. He subject, wants finite verb. He wants what? If you ask a question, he wants what? A big ball. Ball is a head word, that is noun. A big is an adjective. A is a determiner, that is an article. So in this group we have a head word, pre-modifiers and determiners also. So a big ball is a noun phrase. Here this noun phrase is used as an object. It gives an answer for the question what does he want. One more example. Shall we buy the yellow house? Shall we buy the yellow ball? Okay, see, Here we shall buy what? The yellow ball. This is a direct object. Okay, so it answers the question, what shall we buy? So the yellow ball. So it is a direct object. Here it is a noun phrase. This noun phrase is used as a direct object of the verb. Okay, sometimes a noun phrase can be used as a prepositional object. What is prepositional object? If an object is used for the preposition, or if a noun is used as an object for the preposition, then it is called a prepositional object. Let me give one example for that also. See, he rode on a skateboard. He rode on a skateboard. Here on is a preposition. He rode on what? A skateboard. So a skateboard is a prepositional object. Is an object for the preposition on. Therefore, a noun phrase can be used as an object. A noun phrase can be used as a direct object. A noun phrase can be used as a prepositional object. A noun phrase can be used as a prepositional object. Okay, children? Yeah, be with me and pay your good attention. He plays in the huge garden. He plays in the huge garden. He plays in the huge garden. Here, in is a preposition. You see, in the huge garden, totally is a noun phrase, and the huge garden is an object of the preposition in. So, a noun phrase can be used as an object. It can be used as a direct object. It can be used as a prepositional object and object of preposition. Then it can be used as an indirect object also. How it is? How is it possible? Can you give one or two sentences for that? Yeah, here I am to give you such sentences for you to make you to understand the things well. Okay. Sometimes a noun phrase can be used as an indirect object. See, Lisa gave the little boy a candy. Lisa gave the little boy a candy. Here, Lisa, subject, you know that, gave, verb, the little boy. Lisa gave the little boy actually is an indirect object. A candy is an direct object. He see here the little boy is an indirect object. Okay, so a candy is a direct object. How Lisa gave what? A candy. To whom? The little boy. So little boy is an indirect object. See, this is a noun phrase. There is a determiner, little is an adjective, and boy is a noun as a head word. And she sent the old man a gift. One more example. She sent the old man a gift. See here, the old man, the entire group is a noun phrase. This is an indirect object of the verb sent. She sent what? A gift. To whom? The old man. Okay, so it's used as an indirect object. So in this way, a noun phrase can be used as a subject of a verb. It can also be used as an object of a verb. It can be the direct object. It can be used as a prepositional object. It can be used as an indirect object also. What is one more function? I told you already. Could you remember, children? Yeah. A noun phrase can be used as a complement of a verb. How can it be used as a complement? Let me give you some example. Okay, I will give you one or two examples how a noun phrase can be used as a complement. Yeah. A noun phrase can be used as a complement of a verb. But one thing you have to keep it in your mind, it is a subject complement. My cat is my best friend. See the example. My cat is my best friend. In this example, my cat is a subject. This is the verb here, be form of the verb, and it is a main verb here. It refers to the state or the position when it is used as a main verb. And my best friend, this group of words is called a noun phrase. Here my is a possessive. Yeah, what is it? My is a possessive noun or possessive pronoun or possessive adjective. My is a possessive adjective. Very good. Best adjective. Good, better, best. It is in the superlative form, and friend is a noun, it's a head word. Okay, so my best friend is a group of words, is a noun phrase. Here it is used as a complement because it comes after the be verb to complete the sentence. So such a group of words that comes after the be verb to complete the sentence is called a complement. Here this group of words, noun phrase, is used as a complement. Love is a beautiful feeling. One more example. Love is a beautiful feeling. Here a beautiful feeling is a noun phrase. It is a complement here. Love is a subject, is a verb, a article, that is indefinite article, beautiful is an adjective, feeling is a gerund, verbal form, verbal noun. Okay, so a beautiful feeling all together forms a noun phrase, and here it is used as a complement of a sentence. So from this, what you can learn, children, what is noun phrase? Noun phrase is a phrase that does the function of a noun in a sentence. A noun phrase may be consisting of a noun as a head word. It may be qualified by, a noun phrase can be qualified by a quantifier, number, adjective, and modifier also. Okay, and sometimes the modifier may be pre-modifiers, sometimes the modifier may be post-modifiers. For that also I will give you one or two examples. Then a noun phrase can be used as a subject of a sentence. A noun phrase can be used as an object of a sentence. In the object, a noun phrase can be used as a direct object. A noun phrase can be used as an indirect object. A noun phrase can be used as a propositional object also. A noun phrase can be used as a complement. Okay, from these things you have to remember one thing. A noun phrase is always used as a noun. That is important. A noun phrase can be replaced by a noun. A noun can be replaced by a noun phrase. Okay, a noun phrase can be qualified or described by pre-modifiers and post-modifiers. How? I will give you one or two examples. From that you can easily understand. A noun phrase may be consisting of a pre-modifiers and post-modifiers. What is pre-modifiers? Suppose if a noun phrase may be consisting of a noun as a head word and some modifiers. If the modifiers are used before the noun, then it is called a pre, means before, pre-modifiers. If the modifiers are used after the noun, that's called a post-modifiers. Okay, so that's called pre-modifiers and post-modifiers. There are 6 children. We use pre-modifiers. See, there are 6 children. There are 6 children. Here the article is a determiner, 6 is a number, and children is the noun head word. It is in the plural form. The 6 children are in class 6. The 6 children are in the class 6. You can frame any sentence, okay, by using this. The 6 children are our neighbors. The 6 children are our students. You can say like that. And only thing, the 6 children is a noun phrase, and here we use pre-modifiers. That is the determiner and then the number. Our young children are very smart. Our young child is very smart. In this sentence also, our young child is a noun phrase, our possessive adjective, and young adjective, and child is a head word. We use pre-modifiers. Okay. Then our young child, 6 young children. These 6 young children, you can just expand. These 6 young children. How? See. These 6 young children. These 6 young children got or won gold medal. See, these 6 young children won gold medal. Okay, so here these determiner, this, these, that and those. Distributive noun. Okay, distributive adjectives also. This and that, these and those. Okay, and they are used as a demonstrative because they refer to something. This, that, these and those. They are also used as a demonstrative adjectives because they are always used to refer to a particular thing, whether they are nearer to us or from far off us. Okay, so determiner, 6 noun, 6 number. This is determiner, this is number, this is adjective, and children is a head word. So in this noun phrase, we have a determiner, we have a number, we have a adjectives. They are all called pre-modifiers because they are used before the noun. So they are called pre-modifiers. Sometimes you may have post-modifiers also in a sentence. Okay, how you can have such types of sentences? Let me give you 1 or 2 examples. Post-modifiers. So, post-modifiers. Here, the house on the corner. The house on the corner. See, on the corner. Prepositional phrase. Actually, it is the house on the corner. See, a man with a gun. I saw a man with a gun. I sold. I was born on the house in the corner. You can say like that. Otherwise, you can say the house. I sold the house on the corner. Simply you can say I sold the house on the corner. Okay. He was born on the house on the corner. And I saw a man with a gun. So the house on the corner. These are all the examples for post-modifiers. Here, see, a man is a head word with a preposition, a gun is a noun. So they are all called post-modifiers. Okay, children. So far now, I explained you with good examples for noun phrase. What is noun phrase? Noun phrase is a phrase that does the function of a noun in a sentence. A noun phrase may be consisting of noun as a head word. A noun phrase may be described or defined by modifiers, quantifiers, determiners and numbers. A noun phrase can be the subject of a sentence. A noun phrase can be the object of a sentence. A noun phrase can be the direct object of a verb. A noun phrase can be the indirect object of a verb. A noun phrase can be the prepositional object of a sentence. A noun phrase can be used as a complement of a sentence also. Okay, next, what is next? Adjective phrase. What is an adjective phrase? What are all the functions of an adjective phrase? That we will see next. Okay, first let me give you definition for adjective phrase. What is an adjective phrase? You know that. What is an adjective, children? You know that well. Yeah, I hope so. Adjective is a word that describes a noun. Anything that describes a noun is called adjective. Adjective says something about the noun. It describes or it modifies a noun. In the same way, if a phrase does the function of an adjective, then it is called an adjective phrase. That's all. So, adjective phrase is a group of words. Adjective phrase is a group of words that describes a noun or pronoun in a sentence. See, adjective phrase. Adjective phrase. What is adjective phrase? A group of words. Adjective phrase is a group of words that describes describes a noun or pronoun. A group of words that describes a noun or pronoun in a sentence is called an adjective phrase. Simply you can say an adjective phrase does the function of an adjective. The adjective in an adjective phrase can appear at the beginning or at the end or in the middle of a phrase. So in an adjective phrase, an adjectives can come in the beginning of a sentence, or it may come at the end of a sentence, or it may come in the middle of a sentence. For each one I will give you one example, don't worry. So an adjective phrase is a phrase or a group of words without subject verb combination that modifies a noun or a pronoun. For example, he is from Boston. He is from Boston. Here from Boston is an adjective phrase. Okay. Tom is from Boston. Tom is from Boston. Here this is also an adjective phrase. In the first, this adjective phrase from Boston describes a pronoun he. But in the second sentence, from Boston is an adjective phrase. It describes the noun, proper noun Tom. So an adjective phrase is a group of words without a subject verb combination that does a function of an adjective. It describes a noun. Okay, fine. Then next I will give you some examples for you to understand this adjective phrase. Adjective phrase, for example, see, the angry dog. The beautiful house is on the top of the hill. For example, the beautiful house. The beautiful house is on the top of the hill. Here I have given you a sentence. You just go through the sentence, children. Beautiful is an adjective. Beautiful house. See, the house is described by the adjective beautiful. Suppose if I rewrite the sentence, the house that's beautiful. The house that's beautiful. The house that is beautiful is on the top of the hill. Now see the changes. The house that is beautiful is on the top. See, that's beautiful. This is adjective phrase. Here we have an adjective and that is beautiful. Beautiful is described in such a way that's beautiful. Okay. So in this way an adjective phrase does the function of an adjective. For example, the angry dog barks all day long. One more example I will give you. See, the angry dog barks. The angry dog barks all day long. All day long. Here I have given you a sentence. The angry is an adjective. Dog is a noun that describes the noun. The dog that seems angry. The dog that seems angry. Now that seems angry is an adjective phrase. It describes the dog. Okay. Barks all day long. All day long. So in this way an adjective phrase does the function of an adjective. So an adjective can be expanded into an adjective phrase by adding here and there some words. Okay. And the movie was surprisingly good. She is a highly passionate girl and a trip with my friends is my dream. So an adjective phrase can be used in the beginning of a sentence, sometimes maybe in the middle of a sentence, sometimes at the end of a sentence. Okay. So for each one I will give you one example. Could you remember, children? Could you see like a noun phrase, an adjective phrase can be used in the beginning of a sentence, Yeah, an adjective phrase can be used in the middle of a sentence, and adjective phrase can be used at the end of a sentence. Before that, I will give you some sentences. See, the movie was surprisingly good. The movie was surprisingly good. Okay. Second example, she is a highly passionate girl. She is a highly passionate girl. Okay. Third example, a trip with my friends. A trip with my friends. A trip with my friends is my dream. So I have given you here 3 sentences, 3 examples. From these 3 examples, can you locate or can you identify where is the adjective phrase? Yeah. I hope all of you can do it easily, because you know that what is an adjective phrase. You know that what are its functions. Okay, then you can easily identify the movie. It was described by the group of words surprisingly good. So this was an adjective phrase. So it comes at the end of a sentence. So surprisingly good is a group of words. This group of words here used as an adjective phrase. And then she is a highly passionate girl. See, a highly passionate girl. What type of girl is she? Highly passionate girl. She has more passion. See, okay. And then third, a trip with my friends. See, with my friends, a trip with my friends. So it describes the friends. Here it describes the word noun girl. So it comes in the beginning of a sentence, it comes at the end of a sentence. So an adjective phrase is a group of words that describes a noun. It does the function of an adjective in a sentence. An adjective phrase may come in the beginning of a sentence or may come in the middle of a sentence, that comes at the end of a sentence. And more than that, an adjective phrase can be derived from adjectives. That you have to keep in your mind. An adjective phrase can be derived from adjectives. Sometimes adjectives can also be expanded into adjective phrase. You might have learned so many examples in your classes, and you might have been given so many examples by your teachers. See, for adjective phrases I will give you 1 or 2 examples how it is derived. See, brick walls made of brick. Okay, see, let me write it. Adjective phrase can be derived from the adjectives, or an adjective can be expanded into an adjective phrase. How? Brick walls. See, walls made of brick. Walls made of brick. So this house is constructed with walls made of brick. This house has brick walls. You can expand that brick walls as an adjective into walls made of brick. Kind man. Yeah, kind man. Here man is a noun, kind is an adjective. How can you expand this adjective into an adjective phrase? Yeah, man with kindness. Yeah, man with kindness. Yeah, man with kindness. Our English teacher is a man with kindness. Yeah, you can say like that. And foreign goods. See, foreign goods. Here goods noun and foreign is an adjective, and sometimes a noun, a proper noun can be used as an adjective. In such a case, that is called a proper adjective. So here foreign goods, the noun foreign describes the noun goods. So goods made in foreign land. Here you can say goods produced or made in foreign land. See, goods made in foreign land are imported. Okay, you can say like that. These imported goods are foreign goods. You can say that these goods made in foreign land are imported. An experienced doctor. How can you say a doctor with good experience? An experienced doctor, a doctor with good experience. A wise man. How can you say it into an adjective phrase? A man, a wise man, a man with wisdom. A man with wisdom. Woolen clothes. Clothes made of wool. Woolen clothes made of wool. It is a responsible job. It is a job with a responsibility. For example, I will write this sentence. It is a responsible job. See, responsible job. A responsible job. It is an adjective. How can responsible is an adjective? How can you expand this adjective into an adjective phrase? A job with a responsibility. A job with responsibility. Okay. Teaching to others. Teach to others is a job with a responsibility. Yeah, okay. A professional actor, an actor by profession. A professional actor, an actor by profession. In this way, so an adjective can be expanded into an adjective phrase. So an adjective phrase modify or tell something about a noun. That should be kept in your mind, children. And see, betrayed by his friend, he committed suicide. Your very excited friend is dancing. It comes in the beginning. See, I'll give you some sentences for to make you to understand this concept clearly. See, you were very excited. Your very excited friend is dancing. Your very excited friend is dancing. Okay. Second sentence. The girl wearing the blue t-shirt. 1, 2. The girl wearing blue t-shirt. The girl wearing blue t-shirt lives next to my house. Lives next to my house. Okay. Then her behavior was highly rude. Her behavior was, otherwise the last question was very difficult to solve. Third, the last question was very difficult to solve. Just go through all these three sentences, children, carefully. See the first one. Can you locate where is the adjective phrase? What function does it perform here? Your very excited friend is dancing. Your very excited friend. Up to this is an adjective phrase. Okay. Here friend is a head word. Noun, it is described by your very excited. So all these things together is called adjective phrase. So this adjective phrase comes in the beginning of a sentence. So as I told you already, an adjective phrase may be used in the beginning of a sentence. The second, the girl wearing blue t-shirt. Wearing blue t-shirt. Okay. So here's a phrase sometimes can be used to describe a noun. Wearing blue. T-shirt is a noun. So these words together describes the noun t-shirt. Okay. Therefore they are adjective phrase. This adjective phrase comes in the beginning. The girl, who was that girl wearing blue t-shirt? Your very excited friend, what's he doing is dancing. The last question, this question was defined very difficult to solve. So it comes to the end of a sentence to describe the noun question. It comes to describe the noun girl. It comes you are describing to a friend noun. Okay. So in all these cases, in the first sentence, the adjective phrase comes in the beginning of a sentence. In the next sentence, the adjective phrase comes in the middle of a sentence. In the third sentence, the adjective phrase comes at the end of a sentence. So in this way, adjective phrase can be used in the beginning, an adjective phrase can be used in the middle, an adjective phrase can be used at the end of a sentence. Sometimes an adjective phrase does not have an adjective in it. Yeah, sometimes an adjective phrase does not have an adjective in it. In such cases, it is called a adjectival phrase. Don't forget, children, it starts with the following: a preposition, a participle, or an infinitive. Okay, I'll give you that example also. So when an adjective does not have an adjective in it, adjective phrase, we generally call it as an adjectival phrase. Do you know that? Maybe surprising to you, children, but that's a fact. You should know the difference, adjective phrase and adjectival phrase. Adjective phrase. So far what we have seen is called adjective phrase. What do you mean by adjectival phrase? Suppose sometimes you don't have an adjective in an adjective phrase. Preposition phrase, then such phrase is called an adjectival phrase. So in the adjectival phrase you don't have an adjective. Keep it in your mind. Then instead of adjectives, it may starts with a preposition, it may starts with a participle. Okay, now see how it starts with a preposition. I don't like movies with no stories. See, I don't like stories. I don't like stories. Or I don't like movies. Better you can give I don't like movies with no stories. I don't like movies with no stories. Here, with no stories. This is an adjectival phrase. But here it starts with a preposition. It describes the movies. Here with no stories, we don't have any adjective here. Do you have any adjectives in this adjective phrase? Look at children carefully. Here we have no adjective. But it is as an adjective phrase because it modifies the noun movies. So sometimes you may have this type of an adjective phrase where you don't have any adjective and it may starts with a preposition, then it is called an adjectival phrase. It is called adjectival phrase. See, I have a picture of your childhood. I have a picture of your childhood. See, I have a picture of your childhood. See, here of your childhood is an adjective phrase. Here it starts with the preposition of. It describes the picture. So it is an adjective phrase, no doubt. But it is as we don't have any adjectives in this phrase, we call it as an adjectival phrase. Okay, children, could you understand? Okay. Sometimes it may begins with a participle. How? See, in such cases, so an adjectival phrase may be introduced. The guy sleeping on the floor is my friend. For example, I'll give you that example also. The guy the guy sleeping on the floor. The guy sleeping on the floor. The guy sleeping on the floor is my friend. Here what's an adjective phrase? Sleeping on the floor. Actually, guy is a noun. It modifies or it describes by such a group of words sleeping on the floor. But here we don't have any adjective. Since it functions as an adjective phrase because it is introduced by the present participle sleeping. Okay, so sleeping is a present participle. Sleeping on the floor. Okay, so in this way, an adjective phrase can be introduced by preposition or sometimes by participles. In such cases, you don't have any adjectives in that group. Then it is called, though it is so, we call such a group of words as an adjectival phrase. Very nice, children. So now I will give you one or two examples. Then we can go for next type, that is adverbial phrase. Okay. Sometimes an adjective phrase can be used attributively and sometimes it can be used predicatively. You should know the difference. I will give you example for both. So an adjective can be used Suppose if an adjective is used in the subject part, then it is called attributive adjectives. Suppose if an adjective is used in the predicate part, then it is called predicatively used. Okay. A weak old man was crossing the road. For example, a weak old man was crossing the road. Here, a weak old man up to this adjective phrase. This adjective phrase comes in the subject part. Okay. So, it is used attributively. It is used as an attributively. Don't forget, a weak old man is an adjective phrase. This adjective phrase is used in the subject part. Therefore, it is used as an attributively. Sometimes you may have that adjective phrase in a predicate part. Then it is used, then you can call it as predicatively it is used. Joseph is a shy thin boy. For example, Joseph is a shy thin or thin boy. Better. See, Joseph is a shy thin boy. Here, a shy thin boy is an adjective phrase. It is used in the predicate part of a sentence. Therefore, it is used predicatively. A very beautiful woman walked down. A very beautiful woman. Degree. Sometimes an adjective in the adjective phrase you may have degrees also. How it is? For that also I will give you some examples. Sometimes it can be used with the degrees. See, a very beautiful woman. A very beautiful woman. A very beautiful woman walked down. See, in the example, very is a degree. Beautiful is an adjective. Woman is a noun. And beautiful is also degree intensifier. So, degree means in the sense intensifier. So, that is also possible. So, you may have such intensifier in an adjective phrase or in that group. Okay. So, Joan is a very pretty girl. A prepositional phrase functioning as an adjective. Okay. The students in the cafeteria are speaking loudly. Prem often helps people in trouble. Sometimes a prepositional phrase can be used as an adjectival phrase. A prepositional phrase. Okay, fine. So, John is a preposition functioning as an adjective phrase. The students in the cafeteria are speaking loudly. See, the students. The students in the ground. You can say like that also. The students in the ground are speaking loudly. Are speaking loudly. Okay, here the ground is an adjective phrase. And here is a prepositional phrase. Sometimes a prepositional phrase can be used as an adjective phrase. And there also it does the function of an adjective. Here in the ground it stands for where the students are. Okay, fine. So, from these examples, you can learn that an adjective phrase is nothing but an expansion of an adjective. Adjective phrase does the function of an adjective. It is a group of words where you may have or may not have an adjective as a head word, but it does the function of an adjective. An adjective phrase may come in the beginning of a sentence, an adjective phrase may come in the middle of a sentence, and adjective phrase may come at the end of a sentence also, but it does the function of an adjective. An adjective phrase may be used as a predicatively, and adjective phrase may be used as a attributively. So these are the things which you have learned. Next we are going to see adverbial phrase. Adverbial phrase. Okay, so it also plays a vital role how an adverbial phrase is used. An adverb phrase is a group of words and that function as an adverb. That's called an adverbial phrase or adverb phrase. A group of words, say adverb phrase. A group of words that does the function of an adverb. A group of words that does the function of an adverb is called an adverb phrase. Okay, see, John sits in silence. How he sits in silence is an adverb. It is an adverb of manner. Adverb of manner. Okay. John sits silently. That is, instead of silently, you can say John sits in silence. She said it politely. One more example I will give you for an adverbial phrase. She said it. She said it politely. You can say she said it in a polite manner. She said it in a polite manner. So here, in a polite manner, how she said it in a polite manner. It is also an adverb of manner, but this group is function as an adverb. Therefore, this group is called adverbial phrase. Yeah. Once upon a time, see, an adverbial phrase is nothing but does the function of an adverb. But at the same time, you know that an adverbs or many adverbs we use in our day-to-day life. See, many adverbs. What is an adverb? A word that modifies a word that modifies an adjective, a word that modifies another adverb is also called an adverb. An adverb. An adverb modifies not only a verb. See, he sings loudly. Here loudly is an adverb. It modifies the verb sings. Okay. He sings very loudly. Here very is also an adverb. Loudly is also an adverb. Here this very modifies the adverb, another adverb loudly. Okay. So it is a very sweet mango. Here very is an adverb. It describes the adjective sweet. Okay. From these three sentences, from these three examples, what you can understand? She sings loudly. Loudly is an adverb. It describes or it modifies the meaning of a verb. Therefore, it is an adverb. She sings very loudly. Very is an adverb. Loudly is also an adverb. So, sometimes an adverb may modify another adverb. See, in the third example, it is a very sweet mango. Very is an adverb. It modifies here the adjective sweet. Okay. So, from these three examples, what you know that an adverb is a word that describes a verb that describes another adverb that describes an adjective also. So, what are the types of adverbs? Adverbs are many in types. Adverbs are many in types. I will give you one example for each one. Adverbs are many in types. See, normally verb plus ly. See, hurried, hurriedly, sweet, sweetly, loud, loudly. Sometimes they are derived from adjectives also. So if you most of the adverbs end in ly, but not all adverbs end in ly. Okay, weekly, monthly, daily. Yeah, they are the example for adverb. Weekly, monthly, daily. See, weekly means every week. Monthly means every month. Daily means every day. Annually means every year. Speedily, with great speed. Slowly, in a slow manner. Politely, in a polite manner. So, in this way, an adverb can be expanded into an adverb phrase. An adverb can be expanded into an adverb. See, So rude, rudely is an adverb. How can you expand into an adverb phrase? In a rude manner. In a rude manner. Politely. In a polite manner. Wisely. In a wise manner. So in this way, you can expand an adverb into an adverb phrase. So what is the function of an adverb phrase? An adverb phrase does the function of an adverb in a sentence. It modifies a verb, it modifies an adjective, it modifies another adverb. And apart from these adverbs that ends in ly, we have some adverbs. See, often, daily, frequently, once upon a time, okay, usually, generally. So we have so many adverbs like this. These are in general, usually, that is in usual manner, once in a time, frequently, often when you have some works, when you do some works regularly, in a regular manner, that you can serve frequently. He frequently visits the library. So in this way, we have many adverbs. These adverbs are used in our day-to-day life to describe the nature of verbs. Now I will give you adverbial phrases. What do you mean by adverb phrase? An adverb phrase is a group of words that function as an adverb. See, for manner, adverb of manner. For this, I will give you two examples. He writes in a legible manner. He writes in a legible manner. She speaks in a polite way. See, now you just go through these two example sentence, children. See, in a legible manner is an adverbial phrase, is a prepositional phrase. It is introduced by a preposition. It modifies the verb he writes, how he writes it. It answers the question how. So when you get an answer, when a phrase gives answer for the question how, then it is called a adverb phrase of manner. Okay, she speaks. How she speaks? She speaks in a polite way. So it also answers the question. It also answers the question how. Therefore, this phrase, an adverb phrase, this is adverbial phrase of manner. Then time. Next adverb type is time. So we use adverbs to refer to time. For example, today, tomorrow, yesterday, last week, last month, once upon a time, long ago. They are all adverb of times. They answers the question when. If a phrase does the function of this adverb of time, then it is called a adverb phrase of time. See, once upon a time. So adverb phrase, adverbial phrase of time. Once upon a time, the lady lived here. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, the lady lived here. If you ask the question, when did the lady live here? Once upon a time. So it gives an answer for the question when. Therefore, this group of words is called a adverb phrase that refers to time. I got up in the morning. I got up in the morning. When did you get up in the morning? Is an adverb phrase. This adverb phrase answers the question when. So it refers to adverb phrase of time. Adverb phrase of time. Then you may have adverb phrase of cause or reason. For that also I will give you sentences. Example, cause or reason. Cause or reason. This is another type of an adverb phrase. I failed in the examination due to my. I failed in the exam. I failed in the exam due to my carelessness. Due to my carelessness. Here I failed in the exam for what? Due to my carelessness. So it describes the action failed. Therefore this is an adjective adverbial phrase. This adverbial phrase gives an answer for the question why. So it gives a reason or cause. Therefore we call this adverb phrase, that is due to my carelessness, is an adverbial phrase. This adverbial phrase does the function of an adverb, therefore we call it as an adverbial phrase, and at the same time it answers the question, see, I failed, why? So the reasoning question, it answers the reasoning question why, therefore it is called the adverb phrase of reason. And the adverb phrase of condition, unless you prove it, you will not be appreciated. See, condition. Sometimes you may, unless proving it, you will not be appreciated. See, what is the condition for appreciation? That is a verb, unless proving it. So, as it gives a condition here, this is called an adverbial phrase of condition. Mostly you know that conditional clauses are introduced by if or unless. Yeah, conditional class introduced. Adverb place of manner and the adverb place of purpose also. Purpose or cause. Okay. And then adverb place, the woman who lives in the next door is a doctor. Place, I will give you an example for place. Adverb phrase of place. The woman who lives in the next door, the woman who lives in the next door, the woman who lives in the next door is a doctor. See, in the next door, the woman, so who lives in the next door is a doctor. Adverb phrase of place, in the next door, because it gives a direction, the place. This is the house, the house where he was born. So adverb phrase of place. And you may have adverb phrases of frequency. Adverb phrase of frequency. How? Joe buys 2 CDs every month. Joe buys 2 CDs. Joe buy 2 CDs every month. So here, how often does Joe buy CDs? How often does Joe buy CD? If you ask this question, you will get an answer every month. So this is an adverbial phrase of frequency. So adverbial phrase of frequency. In this manner, see, immediately, if it is used in this adverb, it refers to time. Unfortunately, it's a command. Incredibly, it's a degree. Shouted angrily, it's a manner. Normally, it's a frequency. Slightly, it's a degree. Last month, it's a time. So, from these examples, you can understand that adverb is a group of words that function as an adverb. Adverb phrase is a group of words that function as an adverb, and adverb phrases are many in types, and adverb phrase may refer to the manner, and adverb phrase may refer to time, and adverb phrase may refer to cause, and adverb phrase may refer to reason, and adverb phrase may refer to the condition of the situation. Sometimes an adverb phrase may refer to purpose, and adverb phrases of places also we have. So in this way, now you have learned, I hope so, in today's video class, you have learned all the 3 kinds or types of phrases. What is phrase that you have learned? What are the types of phrases? Noun phrase, adjective phrase, and adverbial phrase. I have given good examples, types and kinds of all these phrases, and I have also explained with the example, the functions of various phrases also. I hope children, all of you can understand all these things well, and you may have a lot of exercises in your grammar book, Collins English grammar book. Just try to solve all the exercises given in the textbook, in the grammar book, with the help of the things which you have learned in today's video class. Apart from that, if you have any doubts, you have every rights to call me. Thank you children. Have a nice day.